Hola, ¿qué pasa? Mi nombre es Cayo. Uh, Hi, my name is Cayo, and welcome to another episode of This Is My Opinion. And the anime that I'm gonna talk about it today is anime that is just one season, unfortunately, and that's why I was so sad and upset about it, because they have like a huge following for this anime. But in the end, they just have like one season. I don't know why. I heard a rumor that it's basically because of like licensing issues or something like that. They have just one season and one movie. The last thing that you heard about this anime was in the movie that was like in 2017. But the anime that I want to talk about today is No Game No Life. I know. Wait, wait. I have to talk about it. Wait. I know that is kind of itchy. I know that is kind of strange, the relationships between the brothers, the Shiro and Sora. But wait. The why I like this anime so much. I completely agree with the my anime list score is an 8 anime. The score was like on point. It's an 8. The main point is the world building. The whole idea behind it, you have a world where it's all the conflict of the world needs to be solved by a game is amazing. For me, our life should be more like that. And the whole point about this, the story, like a quick summary about it, is those two brothers, they're named like Kohaku, that I think is basically like empty or blank. Oh, here it's blank. I can read. It's blank, and they're going to these different dimensions. So it's an isekai. I love isekai, and they are basically the best players in the world. So every single game they play, they are master of it, and they go to this world to trying to save the humanity because humanity doesn't have any special powers, and all the other races plays games and abuse their powers to win. So how they go there is like really funny because they literally win against the god of games. And they went to this world where everything is decided by games, and they're the best players ever. And is the fun about this anime is to see how humans can use logic and interpretation and gaps on the rulebook to win those games. And during the anime, you see a couple of games. You see rock paper scissors. You see chess. You see a shooting random game that you have. You see a word game with the against the angel, and it's very creative the way they are always winning because it's not just I am the best. Is this is the logic behind it, my victory, and that's why I really like it, and I think they should have continued with it because the whole idea of you need to play a game. Yeah, they came from a light novel, and the whole idea behind it, you need to win a game to continue to, because the final thing is they want the human race. Sorry, they want the human race to be the main species again because humans was they were basically renegated because elves can listen better. Those angel things can have like a hyper thinking process and everything. So they needed basically hackers of the whole every single game to win against those ones, and that's why it's so funny to see what is the idea they come up that can win against literally special abilities of the other races. And that's why I couldn't recommend more No Game No Life. If you like Kaiji, that is another anime that I really like, that is goes on point of this topic. I think even Kaiji is better than No Game No Life. But why I like No Game No Life better? Because No Game No Life has a fantasy element on it. Unfortunately, they have Ecchi, and they have a very strange relationship between those two brothers. But they have a very good way to play those games. So if you can look past through the Ecchi stuff and the weird relationship between brothers, you can have a great anime with great strategy and nice games that you can think about it and see, oh, if I were in that situation, what should I do? And I really like to think about it. It's similar to Kaiji on that kind of point, because Kaiji is basically an anime where a guy have like a huge debt and they need to play different games to win the debt, risking his life. I'm gonna talk about in the channel in the future, but the whole idea of having mystical creatures, having magic, having powers, gods, to a more fantastic scenario, I think this is why I really like No Game No Life. So in summary, if I need to boil it down to a thing, it's basically Magic Kaiji. And yeah, thank you so much. Again, this is another opinion that I have. I'm sorry if you're thinking that I'm not pure anymore because of it, but this is life and this is my opinion. So thank you so much and see you on the next one.